Shravan Sen, our senior news editor, will be joining us very shortly on this broadcast to give us further details of how this man was hunted down by our forces, how they were on a lookout for Riyaz Naikoo, and he has finally been gunned down by our forces. And remember, it is not just Riyaz Naikoo, but other terrorists who have also been identified, 4 terrorists who were gunned down by our forces today itself. And meanwhile, in the past 3 days, ever since the Handwara encounter happened, and how multiple operations were launched, 6 terrorists have been neutralized in a day. But Shravan, I want to come to you because I believe we have more details now from the army when it comes to how this operation was carried out, and even on Riyaz Naikoo and how the network was functioning. Over to you, Shravan. Tell us all that you have.
Well, Suesha, this is after we have spoken to our sources, not just within the Indian Army, but also within the CRPF as well as Jammu Kashmir Police with regards to this entire successful operation that has been carried out. We're given to understand that the cordon basically was put into place around 11:30 late last night. The contact that took place around 3 o'clock in the morning, we're given to understand that one of the terrorists actually was killed around 2:50 this morning. However, having said that, Indian Army is not releasing the name of the terrorists who have been killed and who exactly was the first terrorist to have been killed because they believe that they do not want to glorify the terrorist to begin with. So that's the information that we have. Secondly, with regards to the second terrorist went on continuing with the firing at least till in the early in the morning, and thereafter the operation took a little bit more time. We are also given to understand, as far as the house in which Riyaz Naikoo was actually staying, we are given to understand that there are several underground hideouts that were there. In fact, this particular house, we have been told that since they had several hideouts as well as tunnels, that's the reason why this entire operation also turned out to become extremely complex in nature. How did this actually happen? Because there were credible inputs that they received around on the 5th of May late evening that Naikoo was actually going to meet his family members and was actually going to be in the village. That's the information that the J&K police as well as the CRPF and perhaps even the army had at that point in time. Apart from that, Suesha, important to point out, Riyaz Naikoo has been on the radar for a very long time. So every movement has been very closely tracked. OGWs have been tracked. OGWs in that very areas were also being tracked by the army. So this is a meticulous plan that has essentially been drawn up. Why exactly Riyaz Naikoo becomes extremely important? Because not to forget, he is an A++ graded terrorist. Not to glorify him, but important as far as the hierarchy within Hizbul Mujahideen is concerned. Now, after Burhan Wani was actually killed, it was Zakir Musa who was supposed to take over the reins, but he then after formed a new outfit, and that's when Riyaz Naikoo stepped in. Riyaz Naikoo was playing a very important role in terms of recruitment in South Kashmir itself, and that's the reason why perhaps security forces, they've been saying that killing of Riyaz Naikoo is certainly a big win. Having said that, he's just another terrorist, and that's the reason why you're looking at Indian Army. Even till now, they have not named the 2 terrorists who have been killed in this operation.